The Vice Chair is present. Councilmember Sepulveda. Councilmember Van Rees. Councilmember Welsh. Okay, the Chair detects a quorum. And we have a rather lengthy consent calendar. So I'm going to list the, the items on consent. Item number 1, RS 2021-1237. Item number 2, BL 2021-947. Item number 3, BL 2021-976. Item number 4, BL 2021-979. Item number 6, BL 2021-981. Item number 7, BL 2021-982. Item number 9, BL 2021-797. Item number 11, BL 2021-843. Item number 13, BL 2021-903. Item number 14, BL 2021-904. Item number 15, BL 2021-905. Item number 16, BL 2021-906. Item number 17, BL 2021-923. Item number 18, BL 2021-929 is on consent to defer 2 meetings. Item number 19, BL 2021-930 is on consent to defer 2 meetings. Item number 22, BL 2021-933. Item number 23, BL 2021-934. Item number 24, BL 2021-935. Item number 25, BL 2021-936. Item number 26, BL 2021-937. Item number 27, BL 2021-938. Item number 28, BL 2021-939. Item 29, BL 2021-940. Item 30, BL 2021-943. Item 31, BL 2021-944. Item 32, BL 2021-945 is on consent to defer 1 meeting. Item 33, BL 2021-948. Item 34, BL 2021-949. Item 35, BL 2021-950. Item 36, BL 2021-951. Item 37, BL 2021-953. Item 40, BL 2021-957. Item 41, BL 2021-958. Item 42, BL 2021-960. And that completes the consent calendar. Is there any item that needs to be bumped from the consent calendar? Okay, seeing none, bear with me as I read through the captions. Item number 1, RS 2021-1237 by Parker and others, a resolution approving an intergovernmental amendment or agreement between the State of Tennessee Department of Transportation and the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County for right-of-way acquisition. Item number 2, BL 2021-947 by Rutherford, and ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by amending the Brinkley property specific plan for property located at 9287 Barco Drive at the southwest corner of Lace Bark Drive and Barco Drive, zoned SP 0.16 acres to convert an open space lot to a single-family residential lot for a total of 104 single-family residential lots. Item number 3, BL 2021-976 by Withers, an ordinance approving a lease agreement between the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County and the United Way of Greater Nashville for office space at 217 South 10th Street, Nashville, Tennessee. Item number 4, BL 2021-979 by Welsh and others, an ordinance to amend the Geographic Information System Street and Ally Center Line layer for the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by abandoning a portion of alley number 1883 right-of-way east of Foster Avenue. Item number 6, BL 2021-981 by Roberts and others, an ordinance authorizing Silo Capital LLC to install, construct, and maintain underground encroachments in the right-of-way located at 6100 Robertson Avenue. Item number 7, BL 2021-982 by O'Connell and others, an ordinance authorizing the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County to accept a fire hydrant assembly for a property located at 1700 Pearl Street. Item number 9, BL 2021-797 by Withers, an ordinance amending section 17.12.070 of the Metropolitan Code to amend requirements of the residential floor area ratio bonus in mixed use. Item number 11, BL 2021-843 by Roberts and others, an ordinance to amend section 17.36.110, 17.36.120, and 17.40.550 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws relative to historic signage. Item number 13, BL 2021-903 by Murphy, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws and zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by amending the Bowling House Neighborhood Conservation Overlay District to include properties located at 131 and 133 44th Avenue North, 4200 through 4411 Nebraska Avenue, and 4303 through 4412 Utah Avenue, zoned RS 7.5 at 11.12 acres. Item number 14, BL 2021-904 by Murphy, an ordinance to authorize building material restrictions and requirements for BL 2021-903, a proposed amendment to the Bowling House Neighborhood Conservation Overlay District to include properties located at 131 and 133, 44th Avenue North, 4200 and 4411 Nebraska Avenue, and 4303 through 4412 Utah Avenue, zoned RS 7.5, 11.2 acres, or 11.12 acres. Item number 15, BL 2021-905 by Evans, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws and zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from AR2A to RS20 zoning for property located at 3216 Earhart Road at the eastern terminus of Bunting Way Drive, 2.93 acres. Item number 16, BL 2021-906, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from AR2A to R80 zoning for property located at 7848 McCory Lane, approximately 385 feet south of Highway 70, 42.24 acres. Item number 17, BL 2021-923 by O'Connell, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County to update the Gulch South subdistrict standards within Chapter 17.37 Downtown Code, all of which is described herein. Item number 18, BL 2021-929 by Toombs. That one's the one that's deferred 2 meetings. Did I read that one or no? Okay. An ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from R8 to SP zoning for properties located at 334 and 336 Ewing Drive, approximately 560 feet west of Richmond Hills Drive, 11.81 acres, to permit 180 multifamily residential units. Again, that's on consent to defer 2 meetings. Item number 19, BL 2021-930 by Toombs, also to defer 2 meetings. An ordinance to authorize building material restrictions and requirements for BL 2021-929, a proposed specific plan zoning district located at 334 and 336 Ewing Drive, approximately 506 feet west of Richmond Hill Drive, 11.81 acres. The proposed ordinance requires certain materials to be restricted in the construction of buildings. Item number 22, RS 2021-933 by Syracuse. An ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from R10 to SP zoning for property located at 2850 Lebanon Pike, at the northwest corner of Lebanon Pike and Stewart's Ferry Pike, and located within the downtown Donaldson Urban Design Overlay District, 5.32 acres, to permit 68 multifamily residential units. Item number 23, BL 2021-934 by Syracuse, an ordinance to authorize building materials restrictions and requirements for BL 2021-933, a proposed specific plan zoning district located at 2850 Lebanon Pike, at the northwest corner of Lebanon Pike and Stewart's Ferry Pike, 5.32 acres. Item number 24, 2021-935 by Toombs, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Nashville Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County, by changing from RS 7.5 to SP zoning for properties located at 839 West Trinity Lane and West Trinity Lane unnumbered, approximately 320 feet north of the West Trinity Lane, 9.5 acres, to permit 81 multifamily residential units. Item 25, BL 2021-936 by Toombs, an ordinance to authorize building material restrictions and requirements for BL 2021-935, a proposed specific plan zoning district located at 839 West Trinity Lane and West Trinity Lane unnumbered, approximately 320 feet north of West Trinity Lane, 9.5 acres. Item 26, BL 2021-937 by Taylor, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from CS to RS5 to SP zoning for properties located at 2100, 2105, 2107 Buchanan Street on either side of Buchanan Street and approximately 85 feet west of Clarksville Pike, 1.12 acres, to permit a mixed-use development. Item 27, BL 2021-938 by Taylor, an ordinance to authorize building materials restrictions and requirements for BL 2021-937, a proposed specific plan zoning district located at 2021, 2105, and 2107 Buchanan Street on either side of Buchanan Street and approximately 85 feet west of Clarksville Pike, 1.12 acres. Item 28, BL 2021-939 by Syracuse, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from CS to R10 to SP zoning for properties located at 2826, 2830, 2832A, 2836, and 2842 Lebanon Pike, approximately 600 feet east of Donaldson Pike and located within the downtown Donaldson Urban Design Overlay District, 8.3 acres, to permit 108 multifamily residential units. Item 29, BL 2021-940 by Syracuse, an ordinance to authorize building materials restrictions and requirements for BL 2021-939, a proposed specific plan zoning district located at 2826, 2830, 2832A, 2836 and 2842 Lebanon Pike, approximately 600 feet east of Donaldson Pike, 8.32 acres. Item 30, BL 2021-943 by Taylor, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws of the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville, Davidson County by changing from CS and MUGA to SP zoning for properties located at 2410, 2412, and 2416 West End Avenue and 2413 Elliston Place at the northeast corner of West End Avenue and 25th Avenue South, 0.87 acres, to permit a mixed-use development. Item number 31, BL 2021-944 by Gamble. An ordinance to amend Title 17 in the Metropolitan Code of Laws of the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville, Davidson County by changing from RS20 to R10 to RS40 and RS80 zoning for various properties located along Bricks Church Pike and Knight Drive from Interstate 24 west towards Whites Creek, 655.7 acres. Item number 32, BL 2021-945 by Toombs, on consent to defer for one meeting, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville, Davidson County, by changing from RS 7.5 to RM9NS zoning for properties located at Monticello Drive, unnumbered, approximately 100 feet east of Woodridge Drive, 7.93 acres, all of which is described herein. Item number 33, BL 2021-948 by O'Connell. An ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville, Davidson County, by changing from IWD to SP zoning for properties located at 920 and 1000 Hawkins Street at the northeast corner of 12th Avenue South and Hawkins Street, 6.79 acres, to permit a mixed-use development. Item number 34, 2021-949 by O'Connell, an ordinance to authorize building material restrictions and requirements for BL 2021-948, a proposed specific plan zoning district located at 920 and 1000 Hawkins Street at the northeast corner of 12th Avenue South and Hawkins Street, 6.79 acres. Item 35, BL 2021-950 by Taylor, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville, Davidson County by changing from CF to MUIA zoning for properties located at 1904, 1906, 1908, 1910, 1912, 1912B, and 1916 Hayes Street, approximately 100 feet west of 19th Avenue North, 1.04 acres, all of which is described herein. Item number 36, BL 2021-951 by Roten. An ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from RS10 to SP zoning for property located at 3754 Central Pike, approximately 370 feet south of Dotson Chapel Lane, 5.24 acres, to permit a mixed-use development. Item number 37 by Taylor, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by applying a detached accessory dwelling unit (DADU) overlay district to various properties located south of Clay Street and Lacey Street, north of Chevelle Street, east of 26th Avenue North, and west of Interstate 65, zoned R6, R6A, and RS5, 295.27 acres. Getting close to the end. Item number 40, BL 2021-957 by Toombs, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from RS5 to R6, zoning for property located at 426 Wheatley Avenue at the northeast corner of Katy Avenue and Weekly Avenue, 0.29 acres. Item 41, BL 2021-958 by Taylor, An ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from CS to MULA zoning for property located at 626 40th Avenue North at the southeast corner of Clifton Avenue and 40th Avenue North, 0.18 acres. Item number 42, BL 2021-960 by Lee, an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from RS10 to SP zoning for property located at Hobson Pike unnumbered, approximately 115 feet southwest of Windcrest Trail, 4.0 acres. And that is the consent calendar. Is there any last call for anybody that needs to bump anything from the consent calendar? Do we have a motion on the consent calendar? Motion is made and properly seconded. All those in favor of the consent calendar say aye. Opposed, no. Consent calendar passes. Okay, that brings us to the regular calendar. The first item is item number 5, BL 2021-980 by Toombs. She is here. For discussion, do we have a motion on the bill? Motion is made. Do we have a second? Motion is made, properly seconded. Councilmember Toombs. Hey, hang on just a second. I got to find you. Not used to this. There she is. There you go. You're recognized, Councilmember Toombs.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Which number are we on? I'm sorry.
Item number 5, 980.
Oh, 5. Yeah, this is just abandoning a right-of-way. There's a warehouse that's being built on Haney Avenue, and there's a right-of-way on the property, and they're wanting to abandon that.
Okay. We were initially going to put this one on consent, but it wasn't on your letter that you sent in.
Yeah, that was an oversight.
That's why it was not on consent. Yeah. But I also need to read the caption of this one. I haven't done that yet. So it's an ordinance to amend the Geographic Information System Street and Ally Centerline layer for the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by abandoning a portion of alley number 1090 right-of-way northeastward from Haney Avenue to dead end. Okay. Is there any further explanation on that?
No further explanation, Chair.
Okay. Then are we with a? It's motion's made and properly seconded, or we're ready to vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And it passes. Okay, our next item is number 8 on your agenda is BL 2021-791 by Parker. It's an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by applying a detached accessory dwelling unit DADU overlay district to various properties located south of East Trinity Lane, north of Douglas Avenue, east of Dickerson Pike, and west of Lische Avenue, if I'm saying that correctly, zoned RS5, R6A, and RM15A, 109.45 acres. Do we have a motion on the bill? Motion is made. Do we have a second? I'll second. Councilmember Parker. Hang on 1 second. Oh, there he is. Got to figure out where everybody's at on the board.
Hello?
Councilmember Parker, you're recognized.
Thank you, Vice Chair Rutherford. Hannah, could you let me know, why is this back on the committee agenda? Is it, because we did have a recommendation on second with the amendment. I'm happy to do another explanation, but we did talk at length about this at the last committee meeting.
So according to the agenda, this does not have a planning and zoning committee recommendation. So this is the bill that actually applies the DADU overlay to a particular area. It's not the bill that amends the text of Title 17. I'm not sure. I was gonna say I can pull up the meetings from the last minute.
I think that might be
from the last meeting, but
I think that might be an error in recording,
Okay.
but I'm happy to, we can take another vote on this if the committee, if that's, whatever the chair
let me
thinks is
check the
appropriate.
minutes real quick too.
We'll take just a minute while she researches that because we want to make sure we move forward with what's most appropriate.
Okay, so, yeah, Matt's saying that it was approved last time, so there's no action needed on this. I think the agenda does say that it was referred to planning and zoning, but I was gonna say, if you remember it being acted on and Matt remembers it being acted on, then I don't think that it was re-referred. It doesn't say that it was approved and re-referred.
I don't believe it was. If y'all want to take a vote just to be on the safe side, I'm happy to do that. We
Yeah,
had
I mean,
lengthy
it can't-
discussion.
it wouldn't hurt,
Okay.
but yeah, I was gonna say it would just be extra.
Maybe just to be on the safe side.
Thank you, Vice Chair.
the-
Colleagues, this bill has been moved and seconded. Is that correct, Vice
Yes,
Chair?
it has.
This is the bill that would apply the DADU overlay to the Highland Heights neighborhood in District 5. This zoning change was recommended as far back as 2018 by the Highland Heights Small Area Study Plan. Staff did support this application of the DADU overlay. The Planning Commission ultimately voted against it. We voted on this legislation as a committee at the last meeting. I believe it was unanimously supported by this body, but we don't have it recorded. So with that, I'm happy to entertain any other questions or discussion about this, but I would just ask for y'all's support here in committee once again on this application of a DADU overlay.
Are there any questions from the committee? Seeing no questions, then I think we're ready to vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. There we go. That brings us to item number 10, BL 2021-842 by Cash and others, an ordinance amending Chapter 16.28 and Section 17.40.430 of the Metropolitan Code to amend the regulations and demolition of potentially historic structures and sites. And it looks like there is an amendment. Do we have a motion on the bill? Motion is made and properly seconded, and it takes us to the, I guess, do we need to take up the amendment? So So did we get a motion on the amendment?
Yeah.
Then do we have a motion on the amendment? And I'll second it. So motion's made, probably second on the amendment. Councilmember Cash, you are recognized. Oh, hang on. Sorry. There you go.
Thank you, Chair. Just a quick reminder, what this bill does two things. It provides extra time in the legislative process. Right now, when a proposal for an overlay, whether a historic overlay, whether it's historic or conservation, there's a 90-day like pending legislation quality to it where for 90 days the properties that will be protected by the overlay are like, we don't give demolition permits for those. They're protected.
Councilmember, are you addressing the amendment or the bill? We're on the amendment.
Okay, so I'm getting to the amendment.
Okay.
So, I'll back up. So the amendment does two things. One is the bill itself protects. The bill itself provides for that extra time. It provides more time, and the second part of it, more time before demolition permits are given. But the second part of it gives us, it requires applicants or the main contractor to get their subcontractors, any subcontractor working on a property to have the subcontractors like sign an affidavit saying they understand the work, especially as it relates to demolition. This amendment, the first thing it does is it changes which properties that applies to. It was those that are National Register of Historic Places eligible, and this just narrows it down to properties in historic overlays, which is more the purview of codes and is really what I intended. The second part of it, of the amendment, just changes a masculine pronoun referring to the Director of Codes to a gender-neutral pronoun. So I ask colleagues to support this amendment.
Are there any questions on the amendment? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. All those in favor of the amendment, say aye. Opposed, no. And the amendment goes on. Now we're back on the bill as amended. Councilmember Cash.
Thanks. All right. So as I previously stated, it provides extra time in that pending legislation window that if in the councilmanic process there is a deferral to work with the community, this does not jeopardize that 90 days. It adds time to the window that those potential properties we're protecting with the overlay are protected. Okay. And then the second thing it does, like I said, is add a requirement that contractors notify subcontractors what's going on with the process, especially if there is to be a demolition, a partial demolition, or no demolition, and if there is to be a partial demolition, like what their procedure is. And so it just, I've had a few houses in my district torn down, oops, accidentally, that weren't meant to be torn down. And so this just guarantees that the applicant or the main contractor can't go to the historic zoning commission and say, well, it was just a miscommunication, because now they are legally required to communicate this information to their subcontractors. I move or encourage approval. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Council Member. Is there any question or discussion on the bill or on the bill as amended? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Bill is recommended. That brings us to item number 12, BL 2021-893 by Parker. An ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County, by changing from RS5 to RM20-A, zoning for property located at 123 Elmhurst Avenue and the northwest corner of Lucille Street and Elmhurst Avenue, .13 acres. It looks like there is also an amendment, but do we have a substitute? Do we have a motion on the bill? Motion is made properly seconded, which gets us to the amendment. Do we have, the substitute? I keep saying amendment. Do we have a motion on the substitute? Motion is made properly seconded. We are on the substitute. Councilmember Parker, you're recognized.
Thank you, Vice Chair. So this 123 Elmhurst is located in a rapidly changing but still residential area, and in consultation with the neighbors in that area, as well as the folks applying for this rezone, this substitute changes the zoning change from RS5 to RM20-A to RS5 to RM20-A-NS to preclude short-term rentals at the property. So with that, I would just ask for y'all support on the substitute and then eventually on the bill.
Are there any questions on the substitute? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And the substitute is passed. We're now on the bill as substituted. Any questions, or do you need further explanation on the bill?
No, sir.
Okay. Any questions on the bill as substituted? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And we recommend. That takes us to item number 20, BL 2021-931 by Taylor. An ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws, the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from IR to OR20 to SP zoning on properties located at 704 41st Avenue North, 4105 Clifton Avenue and Clifton Avenue unnumbered, 4018 Indiana Avenue and 4020 Indiana Avenue, approximately 475 feet west of 40th Avenue North, 5.11 acres to permit 112 multifamily residential units. And it looks like this has a substitute as well. Do we have a motion on the bill? Motion is made, properly seconded. It takes us to the substitute. Do we have a motion on the substitute? Motion is made, properly seconded. We are on the substitute. Councilmember Taylor, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This substitute is just cleaning up some clerical errors. Instead of 704 41st, it's 701 41st.
Are there any questions on the substitute? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. All those in favor of the substitute say aye. Opposed, no. And with the substitute passes, when we are on the bill itself. Councilmember Taylor, do you have any further explanation on the bill itself? Are there any questions on the bill? Councilmember Taylor, did you have something additional you needed to say?
Mr. Wilkinson.
Just reminding Councilman Taylor that he also has 932 coming up next, which is the materials bill related to 931.
Do they go together or no?
You can take them together. There is also a substitute for 932 as well.
Okay. Well, we're ready to vote on the bill itself here, so we'll do that. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor of the bill as substituted, say aye. Opposed, no. The 931 is recommended as substituted. That takes us to item number 21, BL 2021-932 by Taylor. An ordinance to authorize building material restrictions and requirements for BL 2021-931, a proposed specific plan zoning district located at 704 41st Avenue North, 4105 Clifton Avenue and Clifton Avenue unnumbered, 4018 Indiana Avenue and 4020 Indiana Avenue, approximately 475 feet west of 40th Avenue North, 5.11 acres. And there is a substitute. Is there a motion on the bill? Motion is made, properly seconded, and what takes us to the substitute is a motion on the substitute. Motion is made and seconded. Councilmember Taylor on the substitute.
Thank you. This is also a clerical error, the same address, 704 to 701.
Any question on the substitute? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. All those in favor of the substitute say aye. Opposed, no. Substitute is passed, and that takes us to the bill itself as substituted. I think we're ready. Is there any questions on that? We're ready to vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. And the bill is recommended as substituted. That takes us to item number 38, which I understand can also go together with item 39. It's BL 2021-955 by Rosenberg, which is an ordinance to amend Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws and the zoning ordinance of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from RS 40 to RS 15 SP zoning for property located at 7959 Poplar Creek Road, approximately 135 feet west of Willow Oak Drive, 9.98 acres. That one has a proposed amendment, and then there's also that goes together item number 39, BL 2021-956 by Rosenberg, an ordinance to authorize building material restrictions and requirements for BL 2021-955, a proposed specific plan zoning district located at 7959 Poplar Creek Road, approximately 135 feet west of Willow Oak Drive, 9.98 acres. We can take those together. As I mentioned, there is an amendment. Is there a motion on the two bills? Do we have a motion? Motion is made, properly seconded. And then to get us to the amendment for 955, do we have a motion on the amendment? Motion is made and properly seconded. Takes us to Councilmember Rosenberg. You are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. The amendment just creates some typographical areas and adds the concept plan or the preliminary SP to the amendment or to the bill. Appreciate your support.
Thank you. Is there any questions on the amendment? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. All those in favor of the amendment say aye. Those opposed? No? Okay. And when the amendment goes on, and now we're ready to vote on the two bills together as one vote. This is item 38 and item 39. I'm sorry. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. And the two bills are recommended with the one as amended. Thank you, Councilmember Rosenberg. That takes us to the last item, item number 43. It is a late item. I understand there is a typo that has been corrected. If you have an updated version of the agenda, it will say Linwood Boulevard instead of Linwood Drive, but that has been corrected. Depends on which copy of it you have. Anyway, it is a late resolution. It is item number 43, a resolution approving an interlocal agreement between the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County through the Nashville Department of Transportation, Multimodal Infrastructure, and the City of Forest Hills for public infrastructure improvements at the intersection of Linwood Boulevard and Tyne Boulevard. Okay. Do we have a motion on the resolution? Motion is made, properly seconded. Councilmember Henderson, you are recognized.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to explain the nature of it being late filed. This is a partnership between the City of Forest Hills and Metro government at an intersection of which I have many in my district where a satellite city converges with Metro. This is a traffic calming initiative at no cost to Metro government, but kindly at the initiation of the City of Forest Hills and in collaboration with us. Sadly, we had a child struck on a bicycle at this intersection. And so there is, sadly, it sometimes takes something like this to catalyze folks to working towards an infrastructure improvement. So we want to move ahead with that, and the City of Forest Hills has got their engineering and so forth in order, and is hoping to potentially deliver within this fall paving season. And that our staff member who was coordinating did depart, and so there was a little bit of a filing hiccup on it, but would just request the committee's support. I think it's a good partnership, and it delivers a needed traffic calming element to our streets.
Thank you, Council Member. Do we have any questions on the late file resolution? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. And the resolution is recommended. Okay, that was our last item. Did we miss anything? Just making sure. Is there any further business to come before the committee? Seeing none, we are adjourned. Thank you.